I used to go and Cap.
Yeah, red eyes, eh? Let's go. Oh, you got your cup of tea, yeah? And me.
Cap.
Cheers, dog. You got two of them. What you got two of them for? You can't smoke on here, eh? You want to be careful, you'll get banned, dog. Huh?
Well, this account's so small it don't fucking matter. It's so small, this account. My TikTok account, I got another flag marker because I said to my mate, he was playing the old PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I said, I was watching this video. He said, come and jump in, have a match on live with me, like, you know, so you can be on my team. I said, sure, mate. I said, I'll just have my fag and then I'll jump on. I got a flag marker for saying the word fag. I said, well, Seagull, Jade Matthews, Seagull. You see the comments as well coming up, Cap, on yours?
Yeah, the bottom.
Yeah. I was just like, how can you get a flag marker for saying something so innocent? But then when I thought about it, fag is another word for someone who's
queer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Horses for courses, mate. Eh?
But it's UK slang for a smoke.
Yeah, there you go, eh? Takes all sorts to make the world go round, dog, eh? What have you been on today?
Pardon?
What have you been on today?
Well, I took my antibiotics. I was on the phone to Nick Dog.
What, for your cold?
I was on the phone to Nick Dog.
Yeah.
Quite happily talking to him for about half an hour. And I said, look, I'm really sorry, dog. I've got to go. I was fucking violently sick.
Oh, was you? Oh, sorry, yeah, that dog, eh?
Fucking, there's something to do with, I can't take certain things. They're really acidic or some of the tablets. But yeah, like they make me ill. So what I've got, instead of taking two at one, I'm going to have to take one in the morning and maybe one in the afternoon. So I'm not hitting my stomach with both of them at the same time.
You put some gel in your hair for the life as well.
Yeah, I done. Yeah. Do you know, Cap? I said to the missus, I said, all right, I'm dropping you off early. So I'll drop you off home early. I need to go back. I need to get some gel in my hair, put a clean top on.
Yes, Tom Cruise.
Got to do it properly.
How you been, all right?
Yeah, good. You been good?
Yeah, man. Done much today. I'm gonna fuck off for 2 weeks, really.
Well, like I say, I'm at work tomorrow morning. 4 o'clock.
I'm hoping to go back Tuesday.
4 a.m.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go back Tuesday, eh?
Be nice.
Did you manage to sort out handbags last night?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
Look, Cap, like I say, I lost it when I was called a rat because there's no coming back from that shit there. Come on. Yeah. You can't call someone a rat.
No, I know.
There's a thing that went there. There's a snitch. A snitch is someone that is outside of a friendship group.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they meant it as that. I think he was just like, I don't know, you know, like that. Yeah. Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. Where did he go? Where did he go?
You've got 3 watching so far.
Huh?
You've got 3 watching so far. The chat's small, isn't it?
I don't think I think live don't work like that. I don't think it really works like that.
What's that?
You got to think we can cut it and edit it anyway.
Yeah, and then put it on the old TikTok and so on and so forth. And looking mighty dogs. Yeah, hope all's well, Jade Matthews.
Get a few more people on and just dive into whatever you're asking.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, dog. I'm trying to find the comments and stuff, like, because they pop up and then they disappear.
Yeah,
so
I don't think they come back, do they?
They don't stay on the screen, so it's hard to see they flash up really quick and then gone. What I'll do is next time I do a live, I'll try and get my laptop set up.
Yeah, I think I'm nearly quite high up on there, dog. So what'll probably happen is I'll get high up on there and then delete the account. and then you'll have to start back. I know that happens a lot.
What's that?
So you hit your targets, you hit your numbers and your likes and your viewers or whatever, your followers, and then they delete the account.
Yeah,
I keep start again. So they stop making it easy.
Yeah, they're worried about paying people out because I seen it like people who go, lost my account at 60k likes or lost my account at this.
Yeah.
And the last like 5 or 6 videos I've put out, they've just not done anything.
Yeah.
And it's gone from like 100,000 and 40,000 and 20,000 views to a few hundred.
Yeah.
But I actually got a message saying your account's got a flag marker. It's a restricted account. So they've actually restricted my account. So they're not pushing my videos like it was.
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah. And there's a window in there. There's like a little window. I reckon. If you fit, like it's one of them, if your face don't fit, dog, you ain't getting there. It's one of them.
But it's nice to see all the other mongrels around the world are all doing the same now as well, which is nice to see.
It just cement it, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah. Like I say, it will cement it. So apparently, Christian said he's going to jump on and watch this. Whether he's out and about or what, he might watch it back. But even my boy was on there saying, "I'm going to watch that."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
nice. Well, I don't know what this probably I don't know. It's probably a numbers game, isn't it? But you got to think. No, you got to think. So we'll do it. We'll edit it, and we'll do it in sections or something. I don't know. I don't know whatever you're doing there.
Yeah. Do you enjoy your ride, Tassels? I know Tassels is on at the moment, and Red Dog. Did you enjoy your ride, dogs? Red Dog went out for a ride with Paul and that today, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
What was
I've been hearing all the bikes and that today. I put my earplugs in. Watching 24.
Yeah, it was dope, dogs. Seagull, Will Dog and Cap. Yeah, dog, it was dope. Seagull, dog, Seagull. Oh, Coey and Team's dogs. They're both their accounts. Yeah. So Coey the Rogue and Team Dog have both had their accounts on here. Shadow banned.
Oh, have they? What? So they can't be pushed out?
Yes, it's what do you know? See, the thing is obviously like you say, it's a numbers game, and the thing is what they're doing is the agreement is obviously with all these platforms, you get a certain amount of hits, certain amount of views, blah blah blah. They pay you. That's the agreement. None of us do it to get paid. Is a sense.
Listen, dog, I fucking hate working. I hate being that guy that works Monday to Friday and then puts his patch on a Saturday and Sunday. Fucking embarrasses me.
But the thing is what they're doing is they're trying to stop and slow down accounts because as a business model, there is so many people creating content. It's probably not becoming viable for all these platforms to be paying everybody.
That has to be good enough, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's not even that.
It's just like if we was out on the bikes and we were doing lives and things like that, and like doing it, you know, and giving people an option to say, "Oh, where do we go next?" Or you know, doing a ride. You say if you did a ride out and you said you got all your dogs together, got them on their bikes, put them in the cars, and you know, went out do barbecues, and did that on a live, and let the people have the comments through that interaction with an actual party, then or you know, that'd be C Cow Dog. People would love that.
Yeah, Jade Matthews, yeah. No, he's saying, you know, he's saying he feels it. Jade Matthews saying he feels it. You know what I was saying about their shadow banning, they're stopping us and always.
Good, Sorry, when we go walk dog, it'd be different. It'd be our time, man. I said it'd be our time when everyone goes for war. So people like us would thrive.
When everybody goes to war, what do you mean? What, when we go to war with Russia?
Yeah, I don't. Whoever.
There ain't gonna be no wars.
So what am I doing? Just sitting here looking at myself. What you gonna
Yeah,
ask me or something?
I got some questions for you, Cat.
Huh?
I got some questions for you. So basically, I've got the easy
Sit
bit,
there
dog.
looking at your hair.
No, I got the easy bit, dog. Right? I ask you some questions, and then you got the hard bit because you got to answer them. My bit's easy.
Why not easy, dog? Why is that hard?
No, I've even wrote mine down, so I know what I'm gonna say. Nice, simple stuff. So, do you want the first question then, Cap?
So, yeah.
So, what was your heritage, dog?
Fuck me. I don't know because I was brought up in Cairns, so I don't really know that, Don. I know my granddad was in the American Air Force. My mum was fostered and adopted, so I don't know.
So was that African American, your granddad?
Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
Yeah.
According to my foster parents, they had spoke to my mum when I was fostered, and yeah, apparently my granddad was an American Air Force pilot.
Have you ever thought of going to the social system and asking? Because when you're 18, you get your records released.
Yeah, what for?
Well, you can find out your family history, dog.
Huh?
You can find out your family history if you want.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm a mongrel dog, so no matter what is mixed and is fucking inbred or whatever, so it don't mean no difference. None of them are gonna help me or do me any favours.
so then the next question is, what was your childhood like, dog?
So fucking you know what? It wasn't that wild. From me looking back at it now, it wasn't half bad to be honest. Because I had my nan, my mum. You know, my mum was a nippy, so you know, used to go to raves and Stonehenge and legal raves and dance on, and she was, you know, she was in party mode, and you know, I was put in care between 10 and 11, so I was maybe closer to 11 than I was like 10. So then I dropped off at the police station, put in care.
Serious, just like I just dropped off at a police station.
Well, I used to go to boarding school in Fairford called Cone House, and they paid for us to go on holiday in Western. And my mum asked me to look after my sister, and I decided to fuck off and go and have a cigarette and leave my sister on the beach. And my mum decided to beat me up, but it didn't work out for her. So I beat up the caravan, assaulted my mum, they dragged me back. Got a taxi from Western Supermare at Cirencester Police Station, dropped me off there, didn't see them again until I was 16.
Fucking hell, Cap.
So you go.
Like I say, it sounds fucking rough. You've done all right for yourself. Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like. So, then the next question is, what was your education like, Cap? I know you got some stories from school. Like,
So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what. You know what? Well, I was one of them problem childs. If I didn't really have to do it, so I can't read and write, so I'm dyslexic. I've got quite a bad temper. So I was sent to boarding school, special school. So I was in Cam House, Sanford School. Got banned from Sanford. Got banned from Cone House. Got banned from Cam House, and then got sent to a boarding school in Wales. And did my time there really. And then hit 16 and went in jail.
Hit 16 and went in jail.
Yeah.
And what was it? You just done that. Did you fit in at school, Cap?
Yeah, I was the aggressive kid there. Do you know what I mean? So if I didn't want to do no work, I'd jump out on the roof and smash a window, and then they'd take me go-karting at the end of the week. or I'd play Street Fighter, and they'd let me on the Nintendo or whatever it was, you know. Or, you know, as long as I sat in class. If I got a gold blob once a day, I could go in the headmaster's aeroplane. I'd go quad biking, go-karting, gauze walking. They'd pay for me to go swimming to the boarding school in Wales, in Penarthur. And you know where they film C4, the channel in Wales?
Yeah.
So I used to go to that school there where they filmed all of that, you know.
So even with a school where, you know, a lot of kids have been kicked out of schools and stuff like that, where a lot of kids come from your background, you didn't fit in greatly. You were a standout child.
Yeah, I used to beat them all out. But I had that soft side to me where I'd always be a member of staff or someone that would go, oh. So I, I was between that. I always had that little soft side about me for some reason. I never lost my soul,
It's similar with what's going on with my boy. So my boy, he's a little fucker in school. It's not beat around the bush. He keeps getting kicked out and all, but he's got that soft side. So then he does have those teachers who
That's
go,
my nan, dog.
he's really a nice lad.
So that was my nan. My nan knew that I was a product of the system and my parents and all that. I was a product of my upbringing and my, you got to think that I was, when I was at the police station, I got dropped off at the police station and I was put in a children's home in Whitminster, and within 2 days they put me in the secure unit in Parklands, like. So and I was barely 11, wasn't even 11, dog.
Fucking hell.
So I used to like getting bent up because I knew I'd get a fag, and so I'd wait for a certain social worker to come in, and I knew I'd kick off, wait for them to do the handover, and then they'd take me out for McDonald's and give me a pack of fags. I used to love. I just used to love getting. I just used to love getting bent up and assaulted. Just love getting.
So the social workers would actually like assault you.
They bend you up. So it was bend you up. So I was they definitely backed me up a few times. They backed me up a few times. Yeah, trust me.
Fucking hell.
Let them tell you that they don't do that because they do, but they do it in a way where they bend you up. So they're bending you up, but they're using so much force. Like you lose yourself, dog. You just.
So it's on the borderline. So they can sit there. So basically, they're using reasonable force like that.
Yeah.
But they're giving you a little squeeze because they're saying you're a cunt. You're gonna get it.
Dog. Yeah. So I think I'm the only one. In history that got kicked out of Sanford School. Banned. Like, set fire to the teacher. She asked me to get up and read in front of everyone. So set fire to her dress and her hair. Not so fucking embarrassed me then, eh? Oh, you're mad. She knew what she's doing. She was picking on me all day. So she did it. She wasn't a case of it was a thing of the class. She did it just she knew it would embarrass me. She knew,
Oh, fucking that's awful, that is.
That was Sanford School, that was, yeah. That's by the air balloon. You know where we live at by the air balloon?
Yeah.
That was up by now.
See, I think is that the one with the hill?
Yeah,
with the hill with tree stuff. So
yeah.
I had a friend that went to that school. He lived on our estate and a bus used to pick him up.
Yeah.
And they used to say the teachers would teach behind corrugated fences in some of the classes when he was there. And
that's the school when I was there, the headmaster had a dog, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, that's another story, isn't it?
Not more. It's not funny. But, you do stupid things when you're younger, eh? Don't embarrass me. If you wouldn't done what you've done.
So what happened to the headmaster's dog, Cap?
Nothing. I went back there and killed his dog.
Fucking, that's awful.
But see that was always something that was in the back of my mind. I thought, as I got older, did I do it or didn't I do it? And when I got talking back with my mum was like, "You fucking off your head, son! Like, you did that dog because he did that to you." And that's just,
So what did he do to you to cause that sort of reaction?
Well, it was all tied up with the teacher, with me setting fire to the teacher, and he suspended me, didn't he? And then tried to get me bent up, tried grabbing me and bend me up and all that. So I ended up going back to the school, climbing up the hill and going in, and he had this big, like, white, fluffy, fucking, like, wolf-looking thing. Like, a big thing it was. And that's all I can remember, really. I can't even remember doing it, but I know I did it because everyone tells me, and there's a big story about it.
So don't fuck with Cap.
No, it's not bad. This is when I was a kid, dog. I was product of the system, mate, and just, I was a fighter. I wouldn't a victim, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah,
I'll
the thing
is, bag out of this. I'll go karting at the end of the week because you'll feel bad. I'll be
See, the thing is that when you're trapped in a system like that, it's eat or be eaten.
Yeah.
Basically, like I say, my friend went to the same school, and his first day there, some fucking big kid chucked him down that hill full of tree stumps, and then when he got back up the hill, two kids were going to have a fight in the playground or whatever, or the yard.
Yeah.
And the one kid slid out a baseball, like a grinder's bat full of fucking 6-inch nails, And as he slid that out from his sleeve, another kid had like acid or bleach or something in a bottle, and he just fucking dashed it into this guy's face. And my mate said, "That's the school I go to." He said, "You've always got police and shit like that there, like ready on call, aren't they? The police are there just in case it kicks off."
Yeah,
You know, now
when you look back, even now, sometimes I see it, sometimes someone reminds me of something I did and I laugh. Like the other day, I spoke to someone, remember that guy who messaged you? He reminded me of who I was thinking, I don't know who you are, but he reminded me, and I literally sat here and I chuckled, dog. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I remember that.
yeah, like what's it called? So I don't even know if that school still goes, you know, still runs.
What's
Because
that?
now I don't even know if that school's still running, because I know now they do what they call PRU centres, which I call them naughty boy schools.
Like now, right? So what they used to call me. So now they call that shit ADHD and all that. They just used to call me a little fucker. That's what it was, naughty boy. So
Naughty boy.
like, they call me, like they'd say I was autistic. But I was autistic because I used to beat up social workers that were twice my size. Like, you taking the don't take piss at me? Like, it's mad. Like, I was in my environment, so I knew what I could do. I knew I'd get away with it. I think that's what it was.
You knew you were going to get away with it, and to calm you down, they were going to take your fucking go-kart. And so it was in your interest to fucking beat them up.
That's what it was about.
It was in your interest to kick. Because if you were sat there, behaved yourself, you wouldn't have gone nowhere. You wouldn't have got nothing. You wouldn't have been given nothing.
No.
You had to take what you could take.
I had a life I had, dog. I don't know. I've ended up, I fucking do regret shit and all of that, and finances, and it would be nice to have a better life for the family, but everyone wishes that. So
yeah.
But I've just got that. Little bit of ego about me where I just can't go off and pretend to work with a man every day and then come home, put my patch on, pretend to be. It don't work for me. No job will have me wearing my mongrellism every day, and I can't give it up like that. So I suffer because of that, and that's my own mentality and my own fault. So it is what it is.
Yeah, but you're a qualified painter and decorator and stuff. So, like I've said to you before, there's got to be somewhere where you can start your own painting decorating.
I have a bike, I don't want to do that. I just want to buy my bike. I fuck the work in. I don't fuck work before. Fuck that. I want to buy my bike. You're mad.
You're missing a trick. You go work 2 days a week and have the rest of the week off riding your bike.
Yeah, I know, but it don't work like that, does it? You know what? It don't work. You fucking got £10 in your fucking bike. You can go nowhere, are you?
That's the school's education. So what was a bad memory, of your childhood or your life? What was bad that sticks out? Do you sit there and say, "Fuck me, that was shit" when that happened? Like, you know what I mean, dog?
What do you mean? What was bad? What memory do I think was the baddest memory?
What charge?
Pardon, Cap?
What, in my life or as a kid?
Yeah, in your life, your childhood, or anything.
I haven't really got no bad memories of my childhood because they was all shit. Like, it's made me the man I am today. Do you know what I mean? Fucking I know. I suppose certain people died in your life, which that's the worst experiences. I suppose everyone loses a family member or close friend. But yeah, I suppose that. Yeah, I suppose.
And then my next question is:
I suppose certain people have done bad to me, looking at me in mine, smiling and pretending that they haven't done nothing. Like that hurts to suck up sometimes, and then they still try and make out I'm the bad guy when I'm trying. That sucks it up a bit. That hurts a bit.
Yeah, but they normally get whipped with chains or bashed over the head with ladders.
Yeah, that's not club related. That's immediate family and all of that. I always deal with shit. If I'm but I find that hard to suck up. Like the fake smile, pretending that listen, you do not realise fucking what you did do or what happened or the life that you did produce because of the shit. How I come out.
Yeah. And then next one was what was a good memory? What's a good memory, Cap?
So getting 4-patch Mongol dog and not getting married and having kids.
So, what 1 minute before the mob? So a good memory before mob.
My kids and my missus and my kids.
That's a safe answer, isn't it? Just in case your missus is watching us.
Nah,
That's
that's
the same.
real though. Because
That's
listen,
the same.
dog, I tell you what, I'd be dead by now. 100, I'd be dead, or I'd be doing a big bird, eh? 100,
Yeah, well,
100%, I'd be doing a big bird.
all I can say is obviously, how many times have you sat there and thought, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that, that make me feel better, and then before you've left your house, you thought, shit, I ain't gonna be there to see
When
those
I get
kids
them
grow up.
thoughts there, like, you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like, dog. I
Yeah,
end
but
up getting a bit angry.
how many times have you stopped yourself when you've gone, if I do that, I ain't gonna see my kids grow up?
Yeah, my kid's getting older now.
Yeah, well, there is that, yeah.
In 24, 16, 17, like, you know what I mean? And I'm going through my midlife crisis 40s, eh? So it's this one, a minute.
Yeah. Right, so then I got another one here. Is any jail time? And if there was, any stories? Like, any stories you can say without getting yourself into trouble, Cap?
So I
You know what
first
I
went
mean?
to jail. In 1997 for robbing someone who came on our school ground in Headlands in Wales, in Penarth. Some Billy Banks boys came on to our thing and fucked them up, robbed a sherbet dip off them and a foreign coin. Did 3 months in Portland. Came out, knew how to nick the car. Found out how to nick a bike. And just, I was just a little fucker. I used to love fighting. I was in Mandela House and all that, and you had little crews getting set up, and I worked on H2O when H2O came out in Gloucester. So I was 17, 18 now, and then my mate Smilo he worked in a social worker thing. I started working on the doors in Gloucester, when I was 18, because you could beat people up still then.
That's what
You're allowed to do stuff to them then. You can't do it now. You need to have that badge and not criminal past and all that. Eh? So
yeah, that's what my uncle said. He liked working the door down the forest because he could hurt people and get away with it.
Different place, huh?
So any jail stories then, Cap?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I did in jail, really, dog. Well, do you know what? That's a lie. Because when I first went to jail, first morning I opened my cell door, I got headbutted by a yardie. So I come out my cell, one of these, Bristol South Meat Soldier fucking geezers, that's on my chest and all of that. Because you get what happens when you in the day you used to get like a tobacco pouch, induction pack. So you used to get a pack of biscuits, juice, milk, biscuits, and some Turner's tobacco or whatever. And what was I, 16? Yeah, 16, and I didn't know how to throw a line out the door, and I just couldn't get a roll up to him. So he just came out the sound, banging him. A couple of days later, I just fucked him up. And that was it. Did that, and then a couple of other guys came in, showed me that they were boss backwards and forwards, and then I went to Guy's Marsh. A close mate of mine, actually, I speak to now, just eagered me on a little bit, pushed me on a little bit, and I fucked up one of the guys that thought he was a guy, smashed the bollocks out of him, and then I was that guy for the rest of my sentences, and because of it, they ended up sending me to Aylesbury. Because I was so violent, I used to take people hostage in jail, and they used to send me to Dorchester and stuff like that, and lock me up in healthcare and shit.
What, mental health care units?
Yeah, because if you just shit cunt dog, you just want to monitor and keep an eye on you. I was a 7-man unlock, so I was in Dorchester. The governor came up to me. I swear on God. The governor came up to me and goes, "At this moment in time, Mr. Tanner, you're more hassle than Charles Bronson." At that time, I was a 7-man unlock, so I had to have 7 screws and a governor to unlock me and take them out of the exercise. So I just kick off all the time. They just come out at me. I used to just run into them, just try and fucking fight them. Try and put me in fucking Dorchester with all these little silver worms crawling all over the floor and stuff. Dirty smackhead jail. Like, they're literally all rattling in there. And they choose me up. One of these guys come in with a fucking needle and heroin and pills and all that. So I smashed him up, robbed him, took his bag of pills and fucked him off.
It's a horrible smell, isn't it? It's like that smackhead smell.
I was in all them circles and I never hit that. I never hit the class A's. I never was a dick. Listen, I've tried every drug out there, but never been known to be an addictive, never been a smackhead, crackhead, cokehead, fucking pillhead, basehead, pisshead, nothing. You know, I've done everything, I've tried everything, and I've had spurs on stuff, but you know, nothing. I've turned around and gone, fucking, that was just a weekend, cool. You know.
You know, obviously living in Strade like yourself, you lived there. You know Nelson's Cross.
Yeah,
And as a kid, you'd have your mate that lived in the block of flats, and the house with the smackheads, and that's a horrible, the sicky smell, isn't it? It's
yeah. I think it was my nan being around me, dog. To be fair with you, my nan knowing, and I just never wanted my nan to see me like she knew the life I had, but she knew that I was clean, I was tidy, but I'd never want her to have seen me be a smackhead on the streets, fucking junkie, whatnot. That'd have just killed me, like my soul. I'd have lost my soul if she'd have saw that. So yeah.
Yeah. How many times you been to prison then, Kat?
So from 97 till 2000, the longest I'd spent out was 6 weeks.
From 97 till when?
To 97 to 2000, the longest I spent out was 6 weeks.
And when was your first child born then, Kat?
Huh?
When was your first child born?
Leon's 2000.
So basically, as soon as you had your first, that was it. That was the change.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, see, car dog. The craziest story might not. What's the craziest thing you've seen, Kat? Like, it might not be you. It might have been something you done or something or seen someone else. What is that craziest thing you reckon you've seen?
Do you know what? When there's a prison in Bristol called Ashfield, and when it first opened up, it was one of the first inmates in there. And so a lot of Gloucester boys in there, a lot of known Gloucester boys, and a lot of Bristol boys, all Southmead guys and all this. And we was all getting on and happy days. And one evening, we all got banged up. Next morning, we've come out, all been unlocked for breakfast. These motherfuckers have came out with swastikas and fucking NF shit, all scarred into their head, tattooed in their head, and just started fucking writing on the unit, and just started fighting us all.
So it come out of nowhere.
Yeah, just fucking random. It must have been a little coup dog. It was random. It just all started attacking us all out in the yard. And there was this one big Welsh boy called Willie who was in for attempted murder. And he fucking, tell you what, he was a big motherfucker, right? And yeah, he was one of the ones who were chasing guys around the fucking yard. He looked like he was just gonna kill everyone. Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of things. I've seen a few stabbings and a few kick-ins, and I've given out my fair share of beatings, and I've had my fair share of ride-ins, but yeah, I'm no normal guy who's had my upbringing ain't seen dog, to be fair.
And like I say, some I've seen some of the TikToks. People have mentioned your lip and stuff, Kat.
Yeah.
What's this? I obviously you've told me the story behind your lip.
Yeah.
But I was shocked when I seen your TikTok video.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a story behind your lip, but also you were just fucking wrote that off. You were so blasé.
Yeah.
Just had your lip bit off, and you were like, so fucking hell. Just had the lip bit off. It's no drama though, is it? Like
I am a married man with children. It's going out, but in England, in Gloucester, yeah, as an individual, I'm classed as a dangerous man, even by the law, even by the law approached me, and just because of how I used to fight as a kid, and now I'm approached. By respect, if it's a man, you've got to deal with me. Man on man, let's fucking see what go on there. You beat me. I'll take that. Easy. I ain't got no shame in losing a fight whatsoever. Yeah. So what happened with my lip? So I was out. I was out my Ford Mondeo. Came back, and there was a people carrier parked outside on my drive. Not on my drive, just blocking my drive. I got out of my car, and there was this bloke around on his passenger side, and there was a kid in the back seat, and he was screaming, and he's like, "Help, help, help!" And I went, "Hey, a minute, that fuck's gone on." So I told the bloke, got the bloke round here. He came round. The kid had run off. Kid's nose was bleeding. Fucking his jaw was all broken off, and all of that. Bloke fucked him up. And He went, "Oh, do you want some?" He stood up close to me, and I went, "Yeah, let's go." And he fucking grabbed me and bit my face off. And as he did that, I just fucking dived into him, just smashed the fuck out of him, dog. Just beat the shit. I knocked the cunt out 3 times. And yeah, but he bit my lip off. But like I said, I'm happy with that. It's just, you know, that was my mistake. That was a bit of ego. You know, me stood in front of him going, "Listen, bro, fuck off." You know, just, you know, I knew I'd fuck him up, but sometimes you think that, you know, you can talk him down, or you aggressive talking will fuck him off, you know. And the guy grabbed my ears and just bit my face. So,
just fucking, just straight in.
Hey, he wasn't a dickhead. That's what I mean. He wasn't a dickhead. He, you know, he didn't care what you know. He wasn't a dickhead. My man was a real guy, yeah. But yeah, I smashed the shit out of him, dog. So
yeah, well, like I say, that on your TikTok, there's a video of the aftermath, and
yeah, well, that's exactly when it happened. He probably bit my. So I lost all my lips. I see this now. This is the build up from my chin. So all of this here is my bottom of my chin, if you know what I mean. That's why I can't speak properly, and I dribble and my teeth all bad. It's fucking this annoying. This horrible does my head in. It's depressing, dog. Man.
Yeah, but like I say, I was just like, when I seen the aftermath, the video, you're sitting there going, "Some bloke's just bit my lip off, but I fucked him up." See, fucking hell, and you see the fucking blood just pissing out your lip.
Yeah, you see how big it was.
It was like you didn't even feel no pain, Cap. Like,
took it off, dog.
Yeah, it was like you didn't even feel no pain. Yeah. It was like you didn't even feel no pain, like it was nothing. It's just you see, fucking hell. It's
even the doctor nurse, when she came in, she like sprayed this solution on it, and she goes, "This is gonna hurt mine." And I was like, "What are you on about?" Huh?
Yeah, fair fucking. That's red as fuck, isn't it? Like,
and then even the cop, bro, he was saying to me, "Oh, you'll get thousands, you'll get hundreds of thousands of pounds for this. Hundreds of thousands of pounds to fuck off."
Yeah, I know. You never spoke or said anything other than what you put on social media. You never put no claims in, and there was more to the story, and you told the police to fuck off. So
yeah,
fucking hell, like, you know, a lot of people wouldn't off. A lot of people would have spoke, wouldn't they, and said just to get the fucking money, dog. You know,
they just saw the money, dog, and that was it.
Oh, I tell you what, like, fucking Nick is on it. Nick is already paid this month's subs. Just.
I think.
Yeah, he keeps beating me to it, dog. Keeps beating me to it. Like, I was looking.
That's good,
It is good. So then, what music you into then, Cap?
I like soft rock, instrumental tunes, anything which got good beat about it. And we got a lot of Mongol music that I like. There's some nice tunes in there. You know, I'm not really into the rappy rap stuff, and you know, throw my bits down and all that kind of bark stuff. You know, nice tune. It's got to have nice, you know,
it's got a nice beat, bit of rhythm, almost like a bit of rhythm. When I come round your house, normally I listen. It's something that's got some rhythm to it and a story behind it, and a good decent beat, like, you know.
Yeah. I like a bit of like old rock, you know, 80s rock, you know.
Yeah. And then I suppose, how did you find out about the mongrel mob then, Cap?
For a mate of mine. So for a mate of mine, we was on another path, and then he approached me about this, and we talked about it, and we were gonna do it a year before we actually did do it, and and then a year later we took on Mongrel Mob England as a street gang, 2015.
2015, and who was the Cap back then?
So without mentioning names, so we did, but we so I was sergeant at arms at first, as a street gang, and then we went to a medieval fest in Tewkesbury.
Yep.
We went there, and I just looked at us, and I just thought, I can see where this is going to go. Like the ego, you could see the ego in the photos with a couple of the boys, you know. I just thought, you know, there's families at this place. We're not street bangers. We're not out to do that, you know. And so I barked up someone I needed to bark up, and we took on Mongrel Mob England as an MC.
Sicker. I know, Cap Chris. Like, obviously, Cap Chris was before my time.
Yeah.
We do a memorial. Was when because obviously you got massive respect for Cap Chris and that, and you said like you've learned a lot from Cap Chris.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
when I first started in the MC world, it was a lot of, there was a lot of, I didn't really, I never thought I'd hit it, dog. I never thought I'd get there, even though my old man and my family had that kind of upbringing. To me, it looked like it was a life that was dying out. The MC culture, it was dying out. It started getting more and more distant and distant, And then, like I said, the guy that we set up the mongrelmob with, we were on a different path. He was speaking to an MC chapter that had just opened up in Leicester and Birmingham. There was a few guys in Birmingham and Leicester, and so we were going down that path at first, and I met Cat Chris, and I just saw a different light, dog. It was just that. It was just, that boss thing, that yes, not yes, sir. Yeah, it was that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was that. And, that's what I thought it was. The top of the table barks that's their bark, and that's it. It don't run like that, really.
Yeah. Like you said, you've mentioned before, you learned a lot from Cap Chris.
Yeah.
Because I suppose so.
There's too many egos, dog. Like I said,
I suppose he never had the ego.
Around the world, there's too many people that don't give a fuck about the patch they're wearing. It's the certain diamond. It's the ego. They don't care about what they're wearing, dog. Because as soon as they're out of there, they go to another club and they're another club, another patch, wear another patch. Whereas you can do whatever. You can fuck up in this club, in this track. They can do whatever the fuck you want to do. As long as you're not tarnishing it, there's no out bad status with me. I don't do that stuff. Once you're in, you're in. If you leave, you leave it, and you're just done quietly. Tell see you later. And if you want to be publicly about it and embarrass yourself, then crack on.
If they want
to the internet out and bad for doing this, doing that. Oh.
Yeah. It's not, it's. I think sometimes it's that, Hang
on, 40 to 1%. That would be out bad. Out bad for what? Being a shitman. So I thought that's what 1% were, wasn't it? So that's.
I don't know. It means different things. It means different things to different people, doesn't it? The thing is.
So if not, what if not go out and do the food banks? Go out and do this. Go out and do that. So don't it's what shit. Nah, dog. I don't buy all that bullshit.
The 1%.
No, I don't, dog. No.
Yeah, the 1% thing means different things to different people.
And
everybody's got a different interpretation. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I think sometimes with the out bad stuff,
do it and everyone knows that that's what that means. Then own it and live up to that.
I just think sometimes with the out bad stuff, maybe sometimes you're publicly acknowledging your failure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and I think maybe sometimes failure should be kept quiet. Yeah. Stand brave when it's going right. If it goes wrong,
failure amongst your brothers and your brothers haven't got you, then they ain't your brother from get go. Because how can you fail if you've got 50 brothers joined you? Because you'll be able to resolve it, dog. Should be able to resolve it. If he's your brother, then he should be able to resolve it. It don't matter what he's fucking done. Don't matter what he's done. No matter what they've done, resolve it. Next, move on, I'm not out bad. We leave him in that same situation. We fuck him off. We put him in a worse situation. Called him my brother for the last 10 years. Not in there. Not with us. Not there.
So how long is the mob been in the UK? Cap?
So 2015. So 8 years, 9 years.
And obviously on through TikTok and that we get a lot of questions. Who sanctioned it? Who are you in contact? So who sanctioned? Who said, okay, you can have a chapter of mongrelmob in the UK?
Steve Sundog after it was me and 3 others. So me and 3 others. That's so like I said, the one guy sanctioned it. He didn't. Like I said, there's another guy, the first ever president of mongrelmob MC in this country. First ever president. Cap in this country was a guy called Chalky White, first ever. So prior, first ever after the street gangs, before it mattered. So it didn't, it mattered because we was here, but it was going. It would have been shut down quicker than you could have said. Fucking mongrelmob,
So Chalky White, obviously, I didn't meet Chalky White until much later. So had he left mongrelmob and then come back years later?
That's something for that's not a conversation I really want to have.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So how that started was I kind of disappeared for a while because I could see it. I could just see it, dog. Eh? So you know, the guys I sell it up with, outsell it up with, you know, they wasn't interested. I went to Chalky. I asked him if he wanted to be the president, and he said yes. I wasn't ready for that. I just wanted to enjoy myself, have fun, and get a bit of trouble and ride a bike and just, you know, fucking, it's just roll, let's go. You know, I don't want to hear all this politics bullshit. I ain't fucking interested. Yeah, you deal with that shit. I just want to ride a bike and be that guy, you know. And yeah, so we all had a meeting. We all voted ourselves in, and everyone put their hands up. Yeah, like this. Yeah, voted me, and they all voted me in this side. So the deal was me, Cat, Chris, and Chalky. We all sat down, and they said, "Oh, you want to be sergeant at arms?" And I was like, "Nah, that has to be voted in." So we waited 2 or 3 weeks, went to a pub, and we all come down. See that photo where we all sat on?
Yeah.
Where we're all in that line that day there, we all sat down and we all decided to, you know, the people who were there, they were all going to be dogs, eh? And so everyone voted me in as sergeant at arms. And that was the vote. Everyone hand up. There was a problem. I'm the guy who's, you know how I went. I asked shit. You know, you got a problem. If not, give me a reason why you should think I should be.
Yeah.
And they all give me good enough reason. On the way home, I had a phone call off one of them. He said, "Oh, some guy's not happy with you being sergeant." I said, "I'll tell you what. I'll see you later, dog." Put the phone down. And you know, I ain't in fight building with this. So I knew the type of people I was dealing with. Yeah. But like I said, that wasn't really Chalky. That was other guys. That was other guys that were just bitches, dog. Just fucking. I want to be this guy. I want to back off.
The thing is you know, Chalky was a clever man in the world, and you have been MC.
He's from Cirencester, so my family are from Cirencester. You know, my dad's a very well-known man, and my mum is very well-known.
Obviously,
so you know, it was a love-hate relationship with me and him. He like me. He was an old school biker. You know, he had believed that he couldn't overcome. So you know, horses for courses, okay.
But he knew that you were sergeant of arms in other clubs and knew what you were capable of. So it worked for him. He knew that was where it should have been.
Yeah, it was only because I could see that. Yeah, it was only because I could see that, and we went to another meeting, and everyone was paying subs, and I could just see certain guys was like, "Oh, I'll deal with it after," and I just thought, "I fucking see you lot." I just wasn't dealing with it, dog. So literally, I bounced. I was like, I'm knocking. I was always a mongrel. I never left. I was always I just wasn't doing anything with them. Just like, do your thing, and you know, that's how that went.
Because I know in our chapter we got rid of the politics. And politics obviously bores the fuck out of you, yeah? It does bore the fuck out of you. It's even certain conversations we gotta have, you're like, look, still you don't sit the politics only fucking
matters, dog. It don't matter. What's the point in bringing shit up? It don't matter. You sit there like this, you can sit there at the table, you have your president, your sergeant at arms, and unless you're making money, unless you're making pay, and you're doing a good thing, and you need them meetings. But if you just stay and you're just there, doing this, doing that, boom, sat there playing, you know, like certain guys we've had it, you know, they told me we're faking it till they make it, and they bounced because of them comments, you know. Well, fuck off, mate. You not made it. See you later, you know.
And they were warned as well. They were warned by people saying if you're running under Cap Harley, he's going to test you. He's going to push you. You're either going to make it or you're going to fuck off.
There you go.
It's just not going to happen.
And
which is a shame.
Guys put me in a situation where I fucking nearly lost everything, Doc, because of their ego. You know, and I'm game to play, but you better make sure the guys that are barking at play, because I know the threat we're under. I know the situation, but I'm game because you know, I'm ready for that story to be in the paper with my name in it. You can't wait.
No press is bad press. No press is bad press.
No press. There you go, Doc. Hey. The world in our like, you know, from my personal opinion, like I've never been another club dog. This, you know, I just go my grave, and you know, there's nothing more passionate I'm about. You know, it's just a shame that, you know, people have got it out for us. You know, and they're putting a stop to it, because 95% of them are fucking scared to be part of it because they know who I am, dog. I'm born bred Gloucester. Like, you know, they know that they can't. There we go. I see it. You know, they know I see it. The people know they know I see. You know, I see it.
Like I say, it's different being a mongrel. Like, you know, we had a lot of like questions and answers and say, well, mongrel mob can only be marry, you're not marry, and then when you speak to someone like yourself, Cap, you share a very, very similar history to what a lot of the New Zealand mongrels have gone through in New Zealand. It's a similar history. All products of the system.
Listen, I have mixed race as well, so I'm fucking mongrel anyway. So I'm from birth. Fucking athlete. So you know what I mean? I know most of our club over in New Zealand is Maori, but you know, we've got a British bulldog that ties us to them. You know, our royal family's tied to them, whether they like it or they choose to like it or not like it. You know, that's a fact. So there's a tie there, dog. You know what I mean? I believe in I believe in the mongrel mob because it, you know, even their past and their history is part of my past and part of my history. Without going into it, I'm responsible for some fucking serious things that are still here 20 years later. Which people accuse the mongrel mob of being. So, it's just people get brought up and you have different life experiences. Doesn't mean that's who you are and what you are. It's just a life experience, dog, ain't it?
Do you know? So I'm just looking through to see if I got any questions left.
You gonna ask for it?
I've asked quite a few. The trouble is, I've asked a question, and then what you've done is, as you've given your answer to the next question I was going to answer, which you knew is what you were doing. So, seek it out. Like, you kind of knew where it was all going, like what questions. Like I say, I think at the moment, I think that's pretty much all the questions I've got here. Because what I wanted to do is do one with questions before you get into the mob, go away, and then write questions of what's happened during your time in the mongrel mob in another set of videos. Because I wanted to try, I wanted to try and get a whole set. So eventually, obviously, we'll have. I'll do the same with Tassels. Do the same with Drew Dog. Do the same with Rich Dog.
Tassel's got to do a bit more. Tassel's got to do a bit more time yet, Dog. He's still a bit young and not young, but he's He's just.
What I wanted to do is go through everybody's.
Too excited at the minute without doing any research on what I'm going on there.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do interviews with every mongrel about their life before mongrel mob, so it cuts off when they so about it before, how did they grow up and stuff like that. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of the mongrels got similar backstories, and you know, you got to think, well, when I kind of think of it, Cap, is how we all find each other.
Yeah,
we all come from different towns, different cities. We all got different backgrounds, yet we all find each other. There's something that ties us all in.
We are all a bit like chalk and cheese, dog, eh?
Pardon?
I said we are all a little bit like chalk and cheese, eh?
Yeah, well, this is it, Cap. But we've all seemed to have come together as one group, which is, do you know what I mean, Cap?
That's because of what the chief and what New Zealand's have honoured us with. It ain't a good thing to bring it back here. We were the first chapter in Europe. So England was the first spread out from Europe. So Belgium or France, it was New Zealand, England, then spread out. Then it just went like hotcakes. It went bomb, 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 bomb. You know how many chapters we've opened up? We're going for it in a minute, dog. You know, we've opened up a chapter and like we don't get no respect, no barks, all that in. But you know that see that ego there. What I'm on about? That's the ego that I don't have people. Don't. That's why. You know,
you've been careful who you've been very careful who you surround yourself with.
Like these now, like you know, they're all they're interested in is being seen as a certain image, a certain way. Yeah, which is not our way, dog. It's not the mongrel way. Oh, you know, you fucking that's a different way. That you know, mongrel mob didn't even like bikers when they first started. They fucking used to beat them all up all the time. You know what I mean? Fucking bikers. They weren't about that. You know, over the years and the new generation have come on and you know, it's that's how it's gone and progressed, you know.
Well, mongrel mob
like the politics, dog, because it's the egotistic, especially in England. In my environment, I haven't met anyone that's in a who's got any morals past that, you know that word brother's thrown around a lot, isn't it? I'm thinking, that's all well and good until
brother when it suits.
Someone's your brother, dog. I put a post out, don't matter what you do. If you're my best friend, you should know. You should know before I know. If I say something, you should fucking know what the outcome is because I'm saying something. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's all out for that, like, what's going on around here. It's that ego, that look at me shit. I'll pass that 41 years old, dog, ain't.
It's getting too old for that shit.
No, I ain't get too old for it, but you're living off of something that you ain't. Do you know what I mean? I've made my history. I've made my past before I was anything. I've in my community. I'm either respected or I'm feeling respected one way or another, and that's fact.
Yeah.
They either respect me or because they respect me, or they respect me because they fear me. It's one way or the other.
It's always interesting because from being someone that sits by your side a lot, Cap, and obviously when we've been over Gloucester and there's guys that you've seen in the street, and there's some that absolutely fucking love you, Cap, and can't wait to run across. Well, especially when we were down Barton Street, some guys would run over her. Fucking not seen you for ages, brother, and all this lot. And they run in front of cars.
Bill said. Remember what the old Bill said when we had our clubhouse up there? This ain't gonna run, and this ain't gonna run up here. You're gonna get attacked up here because of what your past is and how ethnic origin it is. He said, "Man, my cat Harley," and literally, and that's what it was. That's what allowed us to be on that Barton Street, dog.
And you had some guys come running. They run out in front of cars to come across, give you a hug, Cap, because they hadn't seen you for 15 years. But then you had other guys that, from me seeing it and being like observant, is they'd get down the road, get 20 feet away from your Cap, clockish you outside the door, cross over the road and walk down the other side of the street, looking down at the floor like this, like, and do you know what? I see what you used to do, because if you clocked them, you go, all right, mate, and you shout across the road. So they had to
acknowledge me. The best trade, dog, is I know most things because I've got someone in every little circle who will phone me up and bark me up and say, "Yeah, what's going on, bro?" And that's one good thing about me being in a little town city like Gloucester. I know everyone in every little circle that will bark me up and tell me a story about what's going on in every little circle. So so it's just nice to know that when you see someone and they're trying to go, yes, bro, that you know that they've said something. And the best thing you can do is walk up to them and shake their hand, and smile at them, look at them, and go, "Oh, well." That's the best thing you can do.
Straight away, makes them feel uncomfortable. It makes them very uncomfortable.
Makes them uncomfortable. You can feel them sweating.
You feel the clammy hands. You feel their hands clamming.
I don't have none of my friends come around here because you spot them and you spot their faults and you pick on them. I know it's not.
You can feel the hands clam as you shake it.
I'm good at pulling it out of people. I am. I'm master at it, though.
It's definitely a laugh. It's good to watch from the outside.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For being the guy that watches it, and especially when we've had meetings when you bollocked us all.
Yeah.
It's just like the authority, like a lot of people say, Cap Harley, he's easy going and everything's all right and that. And until you bark, and then once you bark, people go, "Oh fuck."
Well, I suppose that's the thing with me and my I wouldn't say my illness because I'm not ill, dog, but that's the thing. So I've only got 2 buttons, and I've got Harley, and then I got AJ, dog.
Yeah.
Like it's on or off. Harley's the bro, and then the other guy, I can switch like that. And after I've done something so fucking sick and horrible, like that one situation, I lose shit. I'm a blackout, dog. Like that guy down the road that fucking his son chased my daughter around with a knife, walked into his house and smashed his head into the guy down the bottom of the road.
Yeah.
He smashed chasing Crystal around with a knife and put her dad dead through his passport, and the police told him he had to apologise to me because I was morally right, dog. Like I was morally right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there is more to that story because you did go to speak to the dad to tell the dad to have a word with his son, and you got approached with shit out. Yeah, but you got shit attitude back, didn't you? So it ain't as simple as you just went round and put someone's head through the brick wall, like, or plasterboard.
Yeah, man.
You went to do
and
the right thing.
The police come now. I've got a policeman by the side of me here, a policeman by the side of me. He asked me to say sorry, I apologise, but he gets up like this. He goes, well, you shouldn't do this in my house. So I moved to him, and I'm fucking you talking to you, knobhead. You know, like I said. So I went from being like the children's own softy, you know, being milked down, to being so aggressive and so violent that even the prison system couldn't hold me. You know, I got banned from a couple of jails that no one's been banned from. You know, I got sent to the worst jail in England for YO. I got sent to Aylesbury. You know, I did fucking 3 years in Aylesbury. You know, did 3 months down the block on JOAD, good order and discipline. You know, no backy, no fucking nothing. Reading Ryan Summit books. I can't remember his surname. War books. They were Ryan Summit, if I remember rightly. Like Jack Ryan books, you know, like a spy, James Bond shit.
Yeah, a bit like Bourne, bit like Jason Bourne, James Bond.
Yeah.
They got an Amazon TV show based on those books now, aren't they? Like,
I used to, like I said, when I left Portland in '98, and I left there handing over 32 phone cards and about fucking 4 ounces of square tobacco. So in them days, you used to get blocks of tobacco.
Yeah, that was the best tobacco, wasn't it? 12.5 grams.
Cut them in half, cut them a quarter, sell them out double bevel. But yeah, when I left Portland, I had 32 phone cards that I passed off to one of my guys, And then went back about a week later. No one had even been in my cell. I went straight back to Portland, straight back to Harley, straight in my cell, straight back on the surgery.
Oh, sick cow. A week later, I was back in there.
Yeah.
Well, there was a thing. Like I say, Cap, you remind me very much of I was on the old internet, and you know you get the quotes come up, and they quote stuff. And the quote I seen was a thing, and it had a bloke holding a little baby and stuff, and it said a real man should be dangerous. A real man should be able to slit someone's throat and then straight after go down and hold a baby and cuddle up to a baby.
Oh yeah, I love cup tea, dog. I remember I said to people, I say, listen, I'll fuck up your day and I'll go and have cup tea after me. No problem at all. Right, but you know, I think that's what it is. It's not about having that ego, I'll beat you up, you know who I am. It's about, listen, I'm a grown man. You ain't gonna touch my ego because I've got an ego where I'm an alpha male and you can't have it. But we'll find out. One way or another, we'll find out. Do you know what I mean? It's all well and good having 30 guys coming to jump you and putting you in a situation where the fucking deer in headlights, what the fuck is happening? But individual, dog, like we're fighting individual man on man in a situation like every other man has to do. We'll find out one way or another. I'm going to do you or you're going to do me. Let's find out. But you ain't going to do my pride. You know, my pride ain't going to be hurt by it. You know?
Yeah, it's well, the trouble is, if you don't mind losing a fight and you accept it as it is,
I don't worry about it, is there? Win, lose or draw, bro. It don't mean no difference.
It's the honour of standing. It's the honour of standing your ground, isn't it? Like sometimes, I you know, in the past they could get kicking, and you go, well, fuck it, you know. At least I've done the right thing.
You know why I'm getting wound up at the minute? Because I know that they're hiding behind something. Because an individual man, I know I'd fucking murder them. Do you know what I mean? As a man, you stand toe to toe with me. I do you wouldn't even know what day of the week it is, but you're hiding behind something that you know that I can't touch.
Well, yeah,
right? That's what's been burning me the last fucking few months. You're hiding behind something that I can't touch. But as you come to me as a man without that, you know, they know, you know, even they know deep down what would happen. Yeah.
So. But yeah, Cap, like I say, I reckon that would be the end of that one.
Public.
Like I say, I'm going to cut it off there. And see, Cap, I'll give you a call in a minute, dog.
See, Cap, dog, eh?
I don't. Do you know what, Cap? I don't even know how to end the live.
Yeah, no, I think just press that. Yeah, well, you got an hour's footage to play with, Mongrel, eh? So
Yeah,
you
well,
can
that's
play
it.
with that, edit that. I don't know if you're happy with the questions or whatever. Or
Yeah, I am. Like I say, the thing is what sparked a lot of it off is when we're doing the TikTok videos and the TikTok lives.
TikTok.
Yeah, with the
I
old
like
TikTok, right?
TikTok's funny.
People are asking questions that if we answered on TikTok, we get cut off on live.
Right. Okay.
So people are saying, well, what makes you a mongrel? What have you done to earn it? What's your history? If you told them those prison stories of what you've done and stuff like that on TikTok, halfway through that conversation, TikTok has scrap you off.
Listen, I was at 1% there as soon as my mum first put her fucking hands on me, bro. First children's home I was put in. First social worker I knocked out. The first time that I got blackmailed to be good. The first time that I didn't sell myself out for someone else's thing. Everything I've always done, I've done it for the benefit of my own soul, where I know real people around me. Like you know how I run, Doctor. If
We
you
go
want
to
to play
sleep at
that,
night.
oh, I'll do what I, you know how I play, yeah.
But your moral, what you do is you've got morals, Cap. Yeah, so you can go to sleep at night.
That's it, dog.
You haven't done none of this question.
Everything I always
You
do.
haven't done nothing.
Morally what. So if you've done something to me and then you bitched about it, then that's on you because you decided to bitch over it before you thought of any other scenario. So that scenario's done. Unless you that's there's fucking I don't know if it's the right way or the wrong way, but I always wait and pull shit out of people, and then nice. You put a scenario in front of someone, then it ain't nice. Then something bad said, and I think, hang on a minute, you motherfucker. Yeah, now see, something's made it change, which it shouldn't have done. If you might be your brother, you might be your dog, then you've got that on me, we can figure out, but it shouldn't be something that you're using, and now you're using to call me a shit cunt. And that's what I try and pull out of people. And like I said, we got rid of what, 20 odd guys because of that.
I think it was 26. I think it's 26.
Because they thought that they could outstreet me. Didn't happen, huh?
Well, the thing is, Cap, is
we had one guy
shit.
His whole identity because of it.
Well, the thing is, the thing is, Cap, is obviously we get a lot of questions going. Well, how many of them? How many of you is there? How many of yous is there? There used to be a fucking lot. We'd have 40 in a photo, yeah. But the story of it is chapters that was nothing to do with us folded.
Yeah.
Fucked off elsewhere.
Do you know why that is, Doc? Do you know why that is?
Because they were patch chasing.
The only reason that I'm barked up because I am apparently the first and only black president of any club in this country.
If that's
we
not
are a recognised MC gang in this country, and I am apparently the first black president of an MC diamond holding club. I don't care what people say, we're not Diamond Club. That's people's opinion. You can say whatever. I know a guy who wears Nike trainers down the bottom of the road. I'll go and jack him for his trainers because they're the same colour as mine. I can't do one. Huh? But, yeah, we're not trying to, don't they? But, yeah.
No, yeah, but that brings a lot of, so the fact that your ethnicity, it does bring a lot of heat where there is old-fashioned guys that hate it. But
what most of their problem is. They can't get over what we've achieved as mongrel mob in England. They can't overspark that, yeah, and that's where they get ego. That's why we get the national president, and we get them guys in that they want to be that guy that pull their lever and it goes BC national president, fucking a whole train of them, yeah, because I don't bite to that, because I don't bow down to that, because I know it's not for the greater good of the mob, dog. It's for their ego. It's for them to be seen as top dog, for them to be the main barker. Nah, the shit don't wash with me. And half of them, why they all fold in this country is because they feel that I outshine them, dog.
Well, it's
No matter what they do, we ignore them or we just show them who they are, and we've done it, haven't we? We showed them.
Well, that's it. Like we've had guys in the past where I've spoke to them and then they've gone, well, who the fuck are you to speak to me?
Yeah.
You've only been here for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And I sat there going, well, my cat Harley said, I'm a mongrel. I'm an individual person. I go do me. So if I'm doing me, yeah, you got a choice. Speak to me. Don't speak to me. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but
then you ask one of them who was the first captain in this country, not one of them would tell you or be straight with who it was.
But the thing is at the same time, what you've created by saying to all the mongrels,
because without we, it would be I, would it? So
but it's your vision. It's your vision that started it.
Yeah, but it's what the chief created, and what his boys and what the barks that we get off of them and what they did for us, dog. What they did for us and the bark they give us and the backing and all that. Everyone, like, you should be sleeping in your shit. You know, the worship to that is more than anything in this fucking world that I hold dear. 100. I hold dear to my fucking kids and my wife. So what they did and the backing and the bark that we get from them. That's that, you know. You can't hide it. You can't hide that, you know, and I ain't gonna hide behind that, but I'm definitely gonna bark it up and show people we are full pledged mongrels, dog.
Yeah, but in England you've cemented it because so you've cemented it in the way of you've gone, well, you all do you're all mongrels, you all wear the top rock. So you've cemented it, something that's always going to remain in the UK.
Yeah.
Because
I always said,
cemented, it's not going nowhere.
Bark the chief, learn your history, make sure you know it's real, because I know half of the guys they spoke to guys that the kitchen biker guys, just internet, Facebook shit, everyone does it, but there's a difference between doing stuff and being a Facebook biker, mate. And so I've always told them, do your history, make your own path, because I ain't going to tell you, you ain't going to be sat at that table or sat around me going, yes, cat, fucking, don't want. Make your own history, find your own path, speak to your own brothers, speak to your own mongrels. Some guys will speak to you and they don't bark with me, dog. Some dogs bark me and don't bark you, you know. So that's how it is. It's a family dog. It ain't. We're not tied down by rules and regulations, and you have to, you must go out and do what the fuck you want, dog. Hey, you want to go out and beat people up every night, don't do it. I'm gonna take the patch off you because that's who you are and that's what your job is. I'll be with you. As long as you ain't a nonce or a wronger, dog, just do you. You can do that as a mongrel. If you want to go work with kids and help kids out and do the right thing, do the right thing. If you want to go out and be a shit cunt and do the thing, do you.
But when you say about
mongrels, I don't get dragged into a police station every fucking night, and if I do, you better be paying me, dog.
You'll go get fucking.
I'm getting dog. Hey, I'm there, and if I think I can walk through it, I'll walk through it.
Cap, honest,
I did a real good job when I went with the mongrels. Yeah, I'm going to be riding up and down the country. Oh, fuck the job. Come on, love. I'm going to be on the beach with a Rolex within 6 months. What? I was eating fairy cakes and fucking taking a patch off someone that I was the only option to have a patch.
do you know, Cap? I've been
making money.
I've been in very, very many situations. You ask all the mongrels. I've sat there. I've been in situations. You ask the mongrels in our chapter, and they said, "Well, why don't you just Why don't you just give Cap a ring? Here, come." I say, because the world's not ready for that. Yeah, there's this level to sort something out, and then I know it's gonna be here. Does that make sense? Like there's the stairs, and then it's like, whoa, like. Do you know what I mean?
I'd be out there jumping Harleys every night if I could, and bonfire with all my brothers, dog, in a little compound, fucking sleeping rough as fat work as fuck, all of that, as long as we've got a fucking pig roast on the barbie or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Happy days. You watched Stone? Have you watched the movie Stone?
No, I haven't. No,
there's an old bike film called Stone, and they're in like a compound. They all live in like this compound. Yeah, that dog, that'd be seagull.
I think the only bike movies I've watched is Biker Boys.
Yeah.
Torque.
Yeah.
And
I
I
you
watched.
watched Harley Davidson and the Mob, man. That's what got me into
No,
bike dog.
I don't
Obviously, my
know.
old man was an old biker, like, you know, he was in a well-known club, but Harley Davidson and the Mob, man, that's what got me into Harley.
So obviously your old man was in a well-known club. So an easy path for you. So an easy path for you, Cat, would have quite easily just go hang around with your old man's club. You would have an easy in.
Nah,
So
my real dad, like my real dad, I don't know what he fucking was, but you know, I hear different stories that he was, you know, he was part of a, you know, a well-known club, you know, that everyone thinks that every other club's like, you know. And my dad was in a club called United Bikers before they was a 1% patch. So he was in United Bikers for years. Still got his original round patch, you know.
So an easy route down to this life would have been for you. An easy route would have gone introduce yourself to United Bikers. Your dad's well respected. That would have been. Oh, this is Harley. I don't know what his dad's name was, Cat, but
you met my old man any more laid back and the fuck up your sleep, hey? Like fucking. They were the mellow hippies. You'd have thought that's the way they'd have took their sons, you know. That's, you know, if they would have probably taught me and my brother that way and doing what they were doing, it would have probably been easier for us all, you know. We'd have probably thrived. You know, my dad's sons would have been quite high up, and you know, we would have, you know, in them days, you know, my dad used to fucking take us shopping in Swindon and nick cars, you know, and drag the police around in his bus, and you know, go to raves, and he's caught on video chopping you know, one of them old transit vans, the old ones, where he used to just chop. He lived in it once. He turned it into a motorhome and then chopped the back off, put a crane on it so he could tow all his mates out of the field and stuff. You know, we used to come out of the raves, and the police used to block off the road and search my mum and dad for weed and ash and all of that. But they used to do it to everyone, you know. We used to walk to Stonehenge and shit, you know.
so they used to do all the druid stuff and like that as well.
Yeah. My mum used to wear my mum didn't used to wear shoes. She used to walk around with no shoes on. Like, her feet must have been like that, dreadlocks. And my dad like had a pair of jeans that had more oil in than a car.
Like, but that's proper biker, isn't it? But you know, the proper biker, you should be able to smell the oil on his jeans. Old school proper biker, yeah. The jeans would last them years, so they wouldn't wash them.
Well, my granddad, he was in the army, and he used to do the motorbike displays. You know, the guys that did the ladders and did the triangles. So my granddad did that in the war, like in the army. He was a BT operative, like, and he did the display team on the motorbike.
So motorbikes have been in your family for generations.
Yeah, dog. I fucking born into it, really. Listen, my old man, right? We used to live in Cirencester in Urban Place, and my dad had a front room. This was when they used to play A-Team and Night Rider and Street Hawk on a Saturday on TV. You know, it used to be on. Everyone used to watch Baywatch and all that shit. You know, Got Bags and Trapdoor and Where's Wally and stuff.
My dad used to make me watch MASH.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
My old man used to be, when we were kids, my old man, I don't know, he must have lost something when he was growing. I don't know what fucking happened to him. Because he used to be a friend, though. Certain things I remember, I think, yeah, that's what I do with my kids. It's fun. Like, I don't know, I just think, you know, my mum just went down a different path, and, you know, he loves his wife, and that was it. But my dad used to get me to stick fucking my fingers in spark plugs on bikes and build go-karts for us, and like take us remote control riding and all that. And then our mum got it, and then we got a bit older, and our mum got her hands into me, and you know, all of that shit is just distant memory, really, dog. But yeah, my old man was like that. He didn't even tell me off, really. I knew he ran over his mate in his van. So he had like an 18 van, and he had one of his mates sat in a wheelchair, and I jumped in the van and drove it off, and he ran this guy over in a wheelchair.
He's already in a wheelchair. It's not like you could do any other damage. Yeah, well, he's in a wheelchair to begin with. It's not like you can fuck him up anymore.
No, but still, like, he did tie me up, like, you know what I mean? It was just, yeah, like, he'd get us bikes, and we'd be able to ride them around, and, you know, we'd get mopeds and, you know, dodgy bikes, and, you know, we'd be able to go around and stuff, you know, and it's like, yeah. And then, but like I said, when I was 10, 11, got dropped off at the police station, and here I am now, dog day.
Yeah, fucking. A bit of history, isn't it? Like, you're fucking going from such a good childhood to just being dropped off one day by your mum.
Yeah. I done the right thing. I buy my kids, like, you know, I've been in jail a couple of times. You know, I'm there beating on my missus. You know, like finances and that, and there's shit. And you know, it would be nice to have that little, like, but everyone and their mums like it, dog. Everyone and their dog. Like I said, you know, it would be nice to have that little nice life for a bit. I just said, Kirsty, even just for a fucking year, Kirsty, just floss for a year, just fucking do something dodgy, do something bad, just for a year, just so we can have that little lifestyle, just for a little fucking memory, like, you know.
But at the end of the day, Cap, you know, your kids have never missed out. I mean, look what you done over Christmas. Over Christmas, you sold your fucking motorcycles so they could have their Christmas presents. Yeah,
I know, God.
a lot of
But
fathers
then it's
wouldn't
my
have done that.
birthday, and I
A
don't
lot
even
of
get a
fathers
birthday
would have.
card, so it fucks me off.
Yeah, a lot of fathers wouldn't have done that, Cap. You know,
No, I know.
a lot of them would have said, "Ah, fuck it, tough shit." You know,
Yeah,
Christmas is
no.
tight. You know, they would have kept the
Well, we're
motorbike.
still in the house now, like, you got to think, why if I wouldn't have done that, we wouldn't be here. I don't know where we'd be, B&B or fuck, I don't know what, we would have lost the house. Guaranteed. She'd been in court fucking, you know, so I did what I had to do, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt now. Especially, yeah, you know, that side, yeah, you can't smile.
What's that? No, I'm just thinking.
Then the first time, dog, it's been like most boats I've ever had, just before Christmas or after. I've had to do it to make Christmas happen.
I'm just thinking that if we get, obviously we got this clothing line that we're going to try and introduce and that, and if we can crack on that, hopefully we can make things different. Things have changed, you know.
But the thing is, this is what I'm saying. It just, you know, you see all these dickheads on the internet. You're thinking, how are you making that? I can understand. You're not even doing nothing. You know, you see these guys doing positive speeches on the internet. You think you're a multi-millionaire. It's easy for you to fucking say that, dog. Hey, you're a millionaire. The main worry out of your life is gone.
Yeah, well, the thing
finances. Everyone had finances where finances was not an issue, and there wouldn't be half the problems on. You wouldn't have depression, because a 95% chance of depression is financial, because they're not financial secure, which leads into depression, which leads into you not being able to do something, so you're financially worse off. If you're financially secure and you got depressed over your life, then fuck me, I don't know what happened. But you know, if you're financially comfortable, I can't understand, you know, why you wouldn't, you know. The last time I get frustrated and the wife gets frustrated is because we don't do fuck all, or you know, I'm not living my potential, or you know, the wife's not living her potential when we know, you know, but you know, life is fucking, you know, life is expensive, dog.
Yeah, life fucking cripples you. Like it's shit. Really is shit. Like you see, you know, this year I did
you ain't got a crease on your cut because you have to work so hard to pay your bills, dog. You know what I mean? I said you ain't got a crease on your cut because you have to work so hard to pay for your family, you know, and all of that. So
it's awful. Like I say, it's fucking. I can't even take my cut to work. I mean, like I say, I wear my tops like this.
You know.
But I know a lot of the mongrels wear the cuts to work. I can't. I wouldn't want to risk it. I'm in a changing room. I'm in a changing room.
I'm not saying that you have to wear your cut, dog. What I'm saying is you can't. You know,
you get no time to play.
Yeah, you ain't got time. You can't use your potential to play because you've got to work for your family and all that. And it's a fucking, you know, the world shouldn't be like that.
Well, you think the one weekend I get off, I end up with my kids, my little ones, and they're still very young. It's not like with Kira and that, where I can say, right, I'm going out for 2 hours. See you later, darling.
But that's the right thing, though, Mongol. That's the right thing you should be doing. But just sometimes you just fucking think, what am I doing? What for? What's all this for? Sunday, and you know, it's Sunday, Monday. You back to it, and you know.
Oh, dog! I tell you what, I think what I'm doing what fuck am I doing this for? Is when my little one wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, then 4 o'clock in the morning, then 5 o'clock in the morning.
I got my daughter asking me if I give Kirsty another baby doll. I'm like, not a. No, not in my 40s. That madness, that baby in 40s.
Do you see it, Cap? Like sometimes I'll see like a bloke sort of my age walking past with a pushchair and a little baby.
Yeah.
And I think, and you can hear the baby cry, and I think, thank fuck, that's not me. Thank fuck, that's not me. It worked when I was younger.
Yeah, I probably ain't gonna. Like I said, if you have a daughter, they'll always be here, wouldn't they? Like, you have. Won't say my daughter ever have kids, but she won't, because there ain't gonna be a man that's ever gonna put her hand on her like that. Because
the trouble is you can't get involved too much. So
I can't, because I just beat the shit out of him. I ain't not having it. Not happening.
you imagine if Kirsty's dad, old man, had done that to you. Well, fuck, beat the shit out of you. You wouldn't. You know what I mean? Sometimes, as long as she brings home the right man.
I had to hide from her mum. I can pretend that I was someone else.
I always think having a daughter, you want them to bring home the right man. You want them to bring home the right person. If they bring home the right person, the kid's got good morals. He's a good lad. It's all right. I don't care about his life. Don't care about his past. As long as his morals are right and he's good. Do you know what I mean, Cal?
Yeah, my morals haven't really got me far, dog. Yeah, if my morals was in a different class, dog. Hey, Andrew Tate and all them motherfuckers would have nothing on me. They'd have nothing on us, dog. Imagine you, Andrew Tate's level, me, Andrew Tate's. Imagine that, dog.
But the thing is, Cap, right? What you're forgetting is you talk about Andrew Tate and all. Yeah, he's got no family, Cap.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just on about his morals and how he's got it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's just spent 3 months in fucking prison. You know what I mean? Cap, come on.
Listen, I'd spend 3 months in jail for fucking $10 billion, dog. He's just been put on the most billionaires list, isn't he?
I see. Fucking fair play.
I'll get fucking 10 grand right back now, dog. You on about?
But I'll be straight. If my daughter brought home a bloke that had similar attitude to how you've got, Cap, and you go, fuck it. If it means looking after someone, I'll do 6 months in prison as long as I'm morally right. I'd be happy with her doing that, bloke like that, because the morals are right. You've always been there for your family. You've always been there for your kids. Do you know what I mean? Too many blokes now are around, and that's probably where you feel.
I not feel sorry for myself sometimes, though. Like somebody, because I know morally, I'm sat here knowing that I'm right, because I'm going to put myself through something that I know is going to end bad in the end anyway. Like all the shit just happened before Christmas when I tried to do the man work for the man, the proper man. Do all the courses and all of that. Look how that ended up for me, though. So that ain't joke, hey. Right here.
The thing is, it's just keep picking ourselves up and keep fucking hammering it. And keep fighting this.
That's the thing, but I did. I didn't mean that in a way. I just, I did try and do it, didn't I? And he just didn't fucking kick me in the ass. Just thought, well, fucking hell. And that was only because they were thinking, yeah, you're going to lose your mongrellism because you're going to be flat out at work and you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that. That's what that was, dog. That was the God telling me, nah, that ain't happening, dog.
It's that thing, isn't it? It's a fucking.
You won't have time to be phoning it. You won't have time to talk and do this, do that. All you'll be doing is doing that and doing this. And that's what that was.
Yeah, well, the next fucking 2 weeks is a cunt. Well, tomorrow I'm at work at 4 a.m. So tomorrow morning, 4 a.m.
Bank holiday again tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm at work at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I'm there until finish. And then from then on, I'm at work from 9 in the morning until finish for the next 2 weeks. And that could be sometimes 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean, Cap?
Nights as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I just done nights, so now I'm on days the other way. So I can see how you go, fuck that, I can't work for the man like that. But I don't know nothing else like Cap, you know what I mean? There's no other.
Yeah, it's only my ego, and it's the wrong ego to have because I got a family support,
Yeah, but you got a different skill set, Cap.
Yes.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You shouldn't have said it's not allowed to say shit like that.
Of course you can. You got a different skill set to other people, it's just it's one of those. And let's think morally, you could have kept all those 20 odd people on, kept them in cuts, and have been fucking fleecing them for money.
Yeah,
exactly. It's clean slate. Get rid of them. We've always been morally right. What we've done has always been morally. No one can question the morals.
Some of the things I've done have been questionable, but then I long it out, and wait for them to bark. And I think so that was wrong then. So it wasn't genuine. The shit wasn't genuine at first because now you're barking, eh? So fucking and I don't know if I do it for my own favour, my own benefit, or I am morally right, which
I think sometimes you like.
I think sometimes around me you will tell me I'm not, if I'm in the wrong or I'm in the right. So
I think sometimes you like to sit there and along it and let it play out, so you can sit there and say to yourself, "I knew it. I knew I was right.
That's the best way.
I knew I was right.
Yeah. I predicted it, and already thought about it while you sat there telling me something totally different. I already know what the outcome of this is going to be, but you're telling me, and
good at reading people.
Yeah, man.
Is any comments come up?
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that is the. You know what, dog? That's one of my pet hates. That's what winds me up. Is that there? I know who I am, and I know where I want to take shit, and I know what I want to achieve, and how I want to do it. Yeah.
Oh,
what
see,
how can I have that motivation? And have so many people stopping us from growing like that when they got some guys that we know and we know who they are, but they're in a club of 30, 40, 50, 60 spread around. It don't make no sense at all. I don't know if they're in a bike gang, street gang.
See, Jay Matthews, sorry. Cap, sorry to interrupt. I didn't realise I had the comments turned off. Right. And we've had people commenting, and I've missed every fucking comment, dogs. See, sorry, dogs. This is our first live. I missed it, and I've just clicked it, and all the comments have just popped up on my screen.
There's only 4 people watching anyway, dogs, ain't it?
No, it's 4 people. It's this thing is what watches after. See, from New Zealand. Good morning, New Zealand.
Good morning.
Plenty of fake long tails, 8-ear dogs, real, recognise real. See if I can help. There's Jade Matthews is one hell of a mongrel. Like, he's got a lot of love and support, and he's on point with what he's saying. He's just saying he didn't realise it was going for 8 years.
Yeah, I've been here 8 years, Dom.
See Cal for Barks for taking it over to the kingdom. Yeah, for fucking hell. Good morning. Clock 8 dogs, got to head to work. See Cal. Yeah, so Jade's gone. I missed his comments. That's a bit gutted, really, because he's.
You should be able to go back to this though and play it though, innit? Because this is 92 minutes at the minute, dog.
Yeah.
So you should be able to go back to a saved app or whatever, and then we save it, and then go back through it.
Like I say, so this is mongrel here said, do those dogs feel the hard out? Like I say, I think they're loving. He's liking the honesty, Cap. The realness.
No, dog. Hey,
that's it.
Yeah. There ain't no fakeness here. People try and say we're fake. Listen, I'm a mongrel. I'm fucking obsessed with being a mongrel. I am on the breadline. I'm what? It is what it is. I ain't flossing. We ain't running around trying to be gangsters, trying to fucking pillage and feed the country and do this and do that. I just want one bike and be a mongrel dog. Hey.
We're family men that's got each other's backs. I think that's.
Now I want to be able to stick the missus on the back of the fucking bike and say it's still your way. Oh,
stick out. Like I say, as ultimately we're family men that know how to look after ourselves and want to help look after each other.
And I look after my kids, and I take care of business, no matter what it is. Whether I'm right or wrong. That's what makes me a gangster. Not because I got 50 grand in my pocket and a Rolex and I drive an Audi and I've got a white Gucci top on.
As long as you're not.
Be nice. I ain't in the game. I ain't hating the players. I'm hating the game, mate.
Yeah.
I'm hating the game, not the players. But
the thing is, I've seen the guys flex like that, yeah, and that's short-lived, Cap. It's short-lived. It's fast money, fast prison type.
I'm not even on about it. I'm just stating a point and saying it'd be nice. I ain't on it, and I, you know, only I can make that shit happen, dog. But I'm just saying this fucking, you know, it'd be nice to just be flossing around, not being unworried. Go fucking Europe, go fucking. We go from fucking here to Europe to straight from to China, dog. Riding your bikes in cars, they're all the Mongols. They're all fucking, you know, they're all financial, secure, they're fucking bomb. Bam. New Zealand, not a problem. Order them next week, real dog. We're going over there to cut, bam, not a problem. Bush. Put that in as expensive, Mongol, eh? Hey, fucking right, dog.
We'll get there one day. We'll get there one day, Cap. This is the trouble is people only fail because they stop trying. So we get there one day.
I'm 41 years old, dog.
Yeah, and you still keep trying, and we get there one day. People fail when they stop trying.
That's what you get. You're too fucking old and half dead, and you don't want to do it anyway. Listen, my father-in-law was a fucking millionaire. He tight as fuck, don't want to do nothing. It pushed me over. Over a penny.
Yeah, over for a coin on the floor.
Pick up the penny.
I bet you he dresses like he ain't got 2 pennies to rub together as well, doesn't he?
I don't know his finances, but you know, he was quite well off and all of that. But he fucking, yeah. Oh, Welsh boy, isn't he?
These comments keep disappearing. That's where I'm having trouble. They come up and then I put visible.
You put mute microphone, share. I ain't got no comments coming from mine, dog.
There's a little message box, so you can see it there. See Gal Tassels. Can you see the comments, Tassels dog?
Oh fuck me, yeah. There's loads of them, dog.
What I'll do is next time I'll see if I can do it on the laptop, and then hopefully the comments are pinned and stay there. I reckon if we call it an end there, dog.
Yeah, Mongo. I'd have a Maori tattoo, dog, but like I said, I ain't one of these guys that'll have a Maori tattoo because I'm having a Maori tattoo. For me to have a Maori tattoo, if I'm pronouncing that right, it would have to be designed and honoured by New Zealand to give to me. So that's, you know, instead of,
let's go for a piss.
All right, dog. I see one of the messages saying, why didn't you get a Maori tattoo? And the only reason I wouldn't is because someone would have to design that and allow me to have that. As, you know, and openly, Where was watching it? Wash your fish. Yeah.
I was busting there, Cap. I was like, you know, absolutely busting. But with Maori tattoos and stuff, my opinion is that's someone else's heritage.
No, I know. So
yeah. So
understand it, quote me if I'm wrong. So to have a Maori status outside of the Maori culture, you'd have to go to New Zealand, go to one of their chapels, and be introduced to it and be accepted by the Maori as a Maori. If I'm right, I watched a documentary on it. Like then, you know, then someone could offer you a Maori tattoo. You know, you go to a tattoo and say, "Can I have some Maori?" and they tattoo it on you. You know, in the next in an hour. But you know, to me, the chief or one of the dogs goes, "Here, dog, you've earned the bark, you've earned the right to have this, and we've designed that for you, and boom, you know, bust that on your face or whatever, and that's a gift from us for you." Boom.
Yeah.
Then I'd get that done, dog, eh? But for me to have it just and then put on there and then for me to be questioned about it without knowing nothing, because I wouldn't mean nothing if I went to a tattoo shop. If it comes from New Zealand and they say, this is what it means, this is what it stands for, this is, you know, what it is, then I've got a history with it instead of just going, oh yeah, I don't know, it just looks similar. That's what that is. It just looks similar, and that's why I look there. I don't like any different. Hey, Maui, that's just cut the squiggles. What resembles in England? Someone would say that's Maui. Oh, yeah. Well done.
Yeah. Well, someone just said unknown just said Rihanna got a Maori tattoo on her hand, but she came to New Zealand to do it. So I take it Rihanna the singer.
There you go. So yeah.
Yeah. I think
good on Rihanna. Bless you on that one, girl.
But like I say, I think again, it's cultural heritage, and you know, we get a lot of people saying, "Oh, about we're not Maori," and you know, there is that divide a little bit, and I think again, it's something you're either honoured with or.
Place, quote me if I'm wrong, dog, and someone tell me if I'm wrong, and I apologise if I am wrong. But I don't think it started off. It didn't start off as a Maori thing from get go.
No, it never.
It's not a Maori tribe. It has become that, but it's not a traditional Maori tribe, as you would see it. You know, as far as you know, it's just something that we've adapted over the years, and that's what the mongrel mob criteria is. I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologise, dog's sake.
Well, if what I've been told is correct, and so someone else also mentioned it in a live that we done before, is one of the first mongrels. So obviously, Mongrel Mob was founded by a collection of people, and one of those first mongrels in that collection was British heritage.
Yeah.
So one of the first mongrels was British.
Was British. Yeah.
So if he's British, then it's not just a Maori thing. Now, obviously, being in New Zealand, the Maori population's massive.
Yeah.
So it's going to become very Maori dominated. And I think that's where the confusion is sometimes. That people do get a little bit confused by it, but that's not how it all started. You've got scone, aren't you? Yeah, that's true. So someone unknown said, yeah, that's true. Is that scone? No, what's that, Cap?
Looks like some Saturday night date. Some guy's Saturday night date, I guarantee.
Is that scone?
I don't know. I don't know. She just made it, so I got Greek yogurt in it.
No, cream.
Oh, yeah.
Got cream, yeah. Do you know, Cap? I gotta say, I had no interest in the king's coronation. I'm not unpatriotic.
Dog, I was doing it live, and they banned me while I was doing it live until the coronation. They banned me for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
They said I could no longer stream until half past 12. I couldn't go live again until after 12:30.
See, I turned around and with everything that went on.
I was waiting for his hat to fall off, and I was going. It looked like his grandson wanted to push it off.
But no, I think, especially working in a bakery, the fucking amount of work I done because of the bank holiday weekend, it's like Easter, isn't it? It's like Easter. You sit there and
you will, dog.
Yeah, fucking do some serious fucking work. Like it's a fucking pisses me off. It pisses me off. Right, so being a baker, you get a shit wage. Now, effectively, what your job is you take 1 £2 dough, put it in a tin, and then take that £2 loaf out of the tin and put it on in some baskets. No, hear me out here, Cap. Hear me out. You then mix the dough. You're mixing the dough like you would mix the cement. And you're picking up something that weighs £2 and putting it down, and then picking it up and putting it down. Right? I get paid fuck all for that. Brickies do a similar thing, But just because it's bricks, they're getting paid £1 a brick, earning 500 quid a day. Ah, Cap's lost signal. Oh, see, Cap. Oh, Cap's gone. See, Cap. Is he going to join the live again? See, Cal, Josh, dog. Like I say, these comments, they shine up and then flash away. And then I don't get no comments on my screen. So it's going to take a bit of working out with the live. Some messages such as potential spam may not be. Guest is left. Still live, dogs. Oh, Cap's just like disappeared. I wonder if his phone's run out of battery. So I'm going to end it there, dogs. See fucking hell. Thank you everybody for watching. And like I say, I hope you find it interesting. I really hope that everybody watching and people that watch this in the future to it full entirety likes the raw, honest truth. There's nothing edited. There's no miss and match the words. Nothing can be uninterpreted or nobody can not understand what was meant and how we spoke. I think the fact that it's done live like this, I think the honesty, the raw honesty, and without the glitz and the glam of fucking editing, I think that's red as fuck. See fucking hell, everybody. Thank you for watching. And there will be another live next week, hopefully. See fucking hell.